Okay, good rainy Saturday morning. It's raining here. Today we are going to be working on sewing our strips together. Okay, so what we're gonna do, yesterday I ironed them so it would be easier. I don't have to pin it. You want to have machine quilting thread in your sewing machine and a size 11, no, I'm sorry, a denim needle. Mine may be dull. I may have to change mine because I've done so many of these rugs. Okay, you want to sew a straight stitch along the edge of your strips, and you're going to do this to all of your strips. So we're going to go ahead and sew that. And remember, you're going through a lot of thickness here. Make sure you're keeping your edges straight. That's another reason why I iron it, because it helps keep it straight. You don't have to iron it like I told you yesterday. You can pin it as you go, but you're going to have to keep stopping and pinning it, folding it and pinning it. I don't trim this thread up here. Where is it? Well, I have to find it when I finish, because I want that left long for a reason. And when I finish sewing the strips together, I show you the reason behind it. We're using a straight stitch. In the oval rug, you join your strips together. In the rectangle rug, you sew one great big old, in the oval rug, you sew one great big old long strip. We're not going to do that for the rectangle rug. So I think I need to change my needle. Okay, I'm going to sew one more strip together because I want to show you what to do when you get your strips sewed to finish sewing down one side. I want to show you what to do after that. Let me get more thread going. And I'm just going to chain piece it. It's another good thing about having all of your strips ready to go, because you can just sit down and chain piece all your strips together at one time. Now that I have all of my strips finished, I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut them apart. I want the one I finished on, I want to cut it close to it and leave a little tail on this one. Okay, and I have a little tail on this one. This lets me know that this was the end I started at. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my sewing machine to a zigzag stitch. And I want a length of 1, but a width of 5. And anyone that's worked with a jelly roll before, you know it has a real good chance of bowing. So I want to take one of my strips that I started with, that I started sewing with, that one that has the long thread, and I want to take my other strip that I end at, so there's no long thread. That was the reason for leaving the long thread at the beginning, so you know which strip you started on. You want to butt them together, and then you're going to zigzag them together. Don't push them through, just let them go through slowly. Just make sure you're catching both strips. And with my fingers, all I'm doing is just keeping them bundled up together. Making sure they stay close together so there's no gaps in between my two strips. Because if you have a gap in between your strips, you're going to have a gap in your rug. Just make sure that your needle is catching both strips. Okay, wait a minute, let me get that last one. Okay, now I'm going to cut this this string. And then I'm going to cut. Let me find it. Don't cut the middle one, the one you just sewed, but go ahead and cut the other one. Because I want to know where I started at on this one. So I left the middle one long. Okay, you notice when I started I didn't backstitch or anything. That's not important. You don't have to, because when we finish I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So you don't have to worry about it coming unraveled or anything. Okay, now that you finish sewing all your strips together in sets of 2, we're going to take this to the ironing board and we're going to iron it. We got to make sure these strips are straight, not bowing out. It's really important to make sure they're straight, because if they bow out, your rug's going to bow. So I'm going to show you what I do for my strips.